John Simpson, first of all, many congratulations. I don't quite know where to start, really. I mean, the first thing is, what an advert for the game of county cricket.
Yeah, it sure was. As I said to the boys then, you know, personally, it's not been the greatest of game. Neither was last week, but you know, this game has a great habit of being the greatest game in the world and the greatest advert for cricket. You know, days like this was phenomenal. I think obviously the crowd was exceptional. You know, the noise every time we got a wicket was it was phenomenal. It was, as you rightly said, it was a great advert for cricket, and obviously to get over the line and be a strong Yorkshire team was obviously a huge achievement from the boys.
Some people say they want less county cricket, John.
Yeah, I know. Probably a topic for another day, Adrian, I think.
Magnificent performance, though. Just sort of talk us back through the game, because it's a game that sort of ebbed and flowed throughout, really. First Yorkshire, then Sussex, and it just seemed as if there was always going to be a little twist in the tail.
Yeah, obviously, losing the toss and getting stuck in on a pretty tough wicket. Obviously, very un-Hove-like. It was obviously pretty challenging. Obviously, I thought they bowled fantastically well, and obviously to get to 150. You know, we probably felt we were 100, 150 light on that wicket. You know, we just had to sort of try and get through that new ball and try and build some partnerships, which didn't quite materialise. And then obviously, once we got the ball in hand, we knew we had to come out there hard and take some early wickets. And obviously, getting Lyth and Masood out early was great, but obviously Joe Root showed his class in that first innings, and we always knew we just needed to hang in and keep hanging in. And obviously I thought the bowling unit was exceptional, in that first innings, and then obviously second innings was always going to be a challenge of 45 run deficit, how we sort of wanted to approach it. I asked the boys to be quite aggressive, but also kind of pick the moments within the game to sort of take the game on, but also try and soak up a little bit of that pressure. But I thought Tom Alsop was outstanding to face 230 or 240 balls on that wicket. Was a phenomenal achievement. And obviously, as we said, today once we got bowled out 181 to win, it was we just had to sort of get the ball in the right area as much as we could, take early wickets, and that's exactly what we did. And obviously to get over the line a little bit later on was phenomenal. As I said, it was incredible from the bowling unit, from obviously led by Ollie Robinson. I thought he bowled magnificently this game. He looks back to where he should be, knocking on that test door, and probably a month or so's time. And I thought Sean Hunt was fantastic, obviously career best in the first innings, and well backed up by obviously Danny Lamb, Finn Hudson-Prentice and obviously Cast at the end.
Tell us, how difficult is it when you're in a situation with a relatively low total, deciding when to attack and when to defend in terms of setting fields?
Yeah, look, it's just a feel thing, like out in the middle. When you've got Ollie Robinson at your disposal, it's how and when you use it. But obviously, like I said, Hunty got his career best figures in the first innings, and thought he bowled magnificently throughout this whole game. And he bowled with real control. He beat the outside edge a lot, and then you've got the two workout horses in Finn Hudson-Prentice and Danny Lamb. And when you give those the ball, all they ask of them is just to keep soaking up, keep it nice and dry, and if they can pick me up a wicket or two, that's great, because when you've got the two big lads to keep coming back. And as I said, when bringing Cast on, just felt that was maybe a bit of a time to just change it up, change the pace of the game, see if they actually wanted to attack, which they didn't really. I thought, like I said, picking that wicket up of Tattersall was pretty crucial, because he's also a good player and a little bit of an anchor for them. And then obviously Ollie coming back at the end was that was exceptional bowling.
You're very modest, John, because that was pretty brave, because Jack had gone for 14 in an over bowling up the hill. You then brought him down the hill, and he spent a long time setting the field, and Tattersall turned it straight to James Coles.
Yeah, it's nice when it works out like that, but it just sort of felt like you sort of bowled two up the hill and felt it was a little bit more rough coming down, and then I said, Ollie, do you fancy coming up the hill for your first? I think that's the first 2 or 3 overs he's ever bowled up the hill.
Yeah, I've never seen him bowled up the hill.
Here at Hove.
I thought he's been relegated.
Yeah, exactly. So, when he sort of said, yeah, come on, I'll give you 2 or 3 overs, that was great from him. And as I said, when, getting that wicket straight away, and it was like, okay, Cast, keep going. And I can sort of rotate from the bottom end with Lammy, a little bit of Lammy and Hunty. And then, as I said, once we got that wicket, then it's trying to get Ollie back on. And like I said, that's as good as I've seen from him, and it's great to see that he's back to where he should be.
The old adage is catches win matches.
Always.
The catch from Jack Castle was right in front of us. I mean, that was a magnificent piece of fielding, and he was magnificent in the field throughout. Actually,
absolutely. Cast is he's a brilliant catcher. Obviously, I thought the whole standard of catching throughout the whole game has been exceptional. From obviously Clarkey to Tommy to Colsey, and then obviously for Cast's catch at the end was crucial. As I said, that ball to Lythy was an absolute brute, and then obviously that catch straight after. If that had gone safe, who knows? But Jordan Thompson's a dangerous striker of the ball, and as I said, that catch from Cast was exceptional. And then obviously, everything sort of transpired from there, didn't it? And Finn under pressure to hit the stumps. Fair play to him. He works. He's one of the first here. Practicing his fielding. So for him to hit the stumps at the end was great. And obviously, so. The wild celebrations at the end was like I said, it was pretty emotional because obviously to win that game of cricket was crucial for us, and especially after Glamorgan. As we spoke about as a group, we were nowhere near what the standards that we set. Those 4 games previously before Glamorgan was exceptional. I thought everything we did with the bat and ball, and then obviously we let ourselves down against Glamorgan, and it was always going to be a test of our character to come back here today, or this week against a strong Yorkshire team. And like I said, ask the boys to be courageous, ask them to be brave, keep taking the game on, but also keep enjoying it, keep a smile on the face, and like I say, days like this make it a little bit sweeter, doesn't it?
Paul Farbrace said before the game that he felt these 3 games, Glamorgan, Yorkshire, then Middlesex, would give a real test to where Sussex are and see where Sussex are. You're off to Lords, your old stamping ground. How much are you looking forward to that? Yeah,
it's going to be great going back to Lords. Always 16 years, and there's a lot of very, very good memories at the home of cricket, and obviously for Middlesex. So obviously looking forward to getting back there, competing against obviously my old teammates and obviously a lot of good friends. But as Fabi rightly said, these 3 games are always going to be a test of our character and where we're at as a team. And obviously, like I said, to bounce back from the Glamorgan game the way that we did, I thought has been exceptional. These 3 games. There's been periods where we've probably not been quite on it, but obviously, as you say, this game's about getting over the line, and that's what good teams do. And I think that was the really pleasing things. But obviously, go to Middlesex next week, are obviously playing some good cricket as well, and we're going to go there full of confidence. We're going to, we want to take the game to them, and it'll be a good 4 days of cricket. Hopefully, it's a decent wicket there, and the weather's set. And as I said, hopefully we can get another win. But I think the boys will enjoy it tonight.
Wonderful. Well done, John. You kept lots of people very happy there. Wonderful game of cricket.
Thanks
for your time.
Cheers, Adrian. Thank you.